Hello everybody, I'm here with an Elna sewing machine. It's called Special, meaning SP means Special Edition. It is a nice sewing machine. The lady had an issue with it. She said, I have no idea why I can't get this darn thing to sew. I cleaned it out and still can't do it. So I took everything off like I always do. I took this off, this off, this off, this off, the needle and everything off. And I thought, well, let's look inside. So I took a look. It had a little bit of dust bunnies and a few pieces of thread. And then over here I looked at the gear, and the gear was pretty corroded with really, really old grease. So here's the old grease and lots of dust bunnies all shoved up inside of it. I took it out and decided that I told her if you can just let me do 2 hour, we can re-grease it. And she said, well, don't you just oil them? No, I would not oil it. I would grease it. There's another gear up here, which I greased. And then I oiled everything else that needed to be oiled. And I told her I got it sewing. I think you might have put the needle in wrong. She says, well, I always thought the needle goes to the back. And I told her, I don't know where the needle goes. But all I did is, because I have a couple of these sewing machines, but I have the big green grasshopper sewing machines. Anyway, and I sat there and I just put the needle in like I normally do, and it sews. So now we're gonna go over it a little bit. It kind of like threads a little differently because I was trying to remember how the other one I have on the floor over here that threads. And you thread it from here, and then you go to here, and you come down here. Make sure your foot is in the highest position so the chambers will open. Go up in here, lock it through there, come down here, hook it in there, then hook it in here and into the needle. Okay, this one here is a top feed, so you just drop it in and you make sure the threads are going like this way. I don't know, it's hard to open. I'm not going to even try to open it because it's just a little too much to try to open it. It flips up and then the thread gets fed right here in the back, not in the front like a lot of the American-made sewing machines. This is a Swiss-made sewing machine. And the reverse is right here. This is the width for zigzag. This is like I have it in the center. That's the needle placement. This is your reverse. This is your length. It only does straight stitching and zigzag, and then it does rewind. I checked the rewinder. The rewinder does rewind. I rewind the bobbin and all that. It actually works. So, I mean, I looked all over the place for anything else that could be disturbing the whole thing. And how did you come out? Anyway, and to me, I don't know. All I did was take it apart, put it back together, and now it sews. So I don't know if it was just maybe the needle was a little off. So we're going to let you hear it. Anyway, I get foot on that little pedal. And she said, wow, you did a really good job. Well, I found out, too, her tension right here was messing up, so it wasn't even sewing correctly. I have this on a knit and stabilizer, so it's a knit stabilizer, and it's working. I have no issues with it now. It's working great. And and then if you look at the bottom, it's working great down there. So I don't know what her issue was, but maybe she just had a bad day. Everybody has bad days when it comes to sewing machines and you can't get them to run right. Anyway, so that one's all done. And I know I had this one guy on my YouTube channel that always wants to know what the foot looks like. So we're going to bring the foot up here. And this foot is right here. Now, it does have like a speed control thing where you can go slower and faster, but it's on fast because I'm used to fast. And you push this pedal, you put your foot here and you're pushing it like this. So I can't put my foot up on the table. Sorry, that's not what you're going to get. But that is the kind of foot pedal it has. So other than that, the sewing machine is running perfectly. I mean, I don't have no issues with it. And she said she's going to come pick it up on Friday. So this machine, I mean, it's pretty. I've never seen a pink one. I've seen the tan one and the blue one. I've never seen the pink one. So this is a different one, but it's the same. They run the same. And someday we'll get the green one up and operating. Right now it's got a problem and I have to go find a part. Other than that, the machine's in working order and she's going to come pick it up. And it's a little bit worn. She must have really used the sewing machine a whole lot. And I do have my label on there, even though the people that made my stickers forgot to put my phone number on them. So I was like, So I literally called them and they said, oh, we knew we forgot something. We just couldn't figure out. And another thing I like about it too, it has a nice little measurement thing so you can measure things out while you're sewing. So it's really cool. But overall, these are really heavy, sturdy sewing machines. The really cool thing, I'll show you here in a minute, is the case. Oh my gosh, this is all metal. Oh. Anyway, it took me a while to remember how to get the darn things open because it's kind of got this little weird thing on it. And now I might have to wait for her to help me put it back in because I forgot how I got it in there. I have a sewing machine. I don't remember what it is exactly. And it's got a longer arm than this. It might be called something. I don't remember what it is. And it comes in a funky case like that too. So, but I dug it out to help a man with his sleeve. Somebody had messed up his sleeve and all that, and I told him the only way it's going to get done is a long arm. This is like more of a shorter arm, but they do come in a longer arm, and I don't remember what it was called. But anyway, it's in my room. I have to someday do a review on it, but we're not worried about that one right now. We're just looking at this one, and this one's a really nice sewing machine. Oh, the switch off button is right here, so you could just switch it off like that. Pretty easy. It looks like a light fixture. You flip it off. Anyway, but she's going to come get it on Friday, I think. Because I told her Friday I had less people coming. I have too many people coming tomorrow, and there's no way I can fit her in. So if she wanted to wait until Friday, it would be great. But if you have a sewing machine like this, I would love to hear from you. I want to know, what you like to make. Maybe you inherited it. Maybe someone gave it to you. Maybe you bought it as a secondhand store. Who knows? I would love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments below, and please like the video if you think this sewing machine is an awesome sewing machine. I think it is, so I think you should like the video. Anyway, have a blessed day, and I hope you guys get something out of this sewing machine. Talk to you guys later. Bye bye.